It's time for a Humans in Tune conversation with Darren on 93.9 Mike FM.
Excuse me? Is this thing on? Stop the presses. Hold the phone. It's time to step up to the mic. Here's what's going on in your community.
93.9 Mike FM. It is Darren Berkfeld with you. It's time for another Humans in Tune segment, and I'm excited about today's. I'm excited about all our conversations. We know this, right? That's how we do. But today I'm especially excited because I have Nate Gautier in the studio today with me. Nate, welcome back, I guess we could say now. Welcome back to the Mike FM Humans in Tune studio.
I love it. Thank you for having me back, Darren.
The clock is still set at noon, so it's amazing. It's always high noon here in the Mike FM studios. Nate is here today because we have an event coming up, the LemonDrop Long Drive. This is why you were at the studio last year.
Yep.
Was to kind of bring people around to what this is and what it's for, and we're going to kind of revisit some of that today and talk about some of the new exciting things with the LemonDrop Long Drive as well. But wanted to kind of give everybody, I feel tongue-in-cheek saying in a nutshell, but a little glimpse as to what the LemonDrop Long Drive is and where that has come from. Nate, you are a testicular cancer survivor.
Yes, sir.
Hence my in a nutshell jokes, and these will plague us throughout the entire interview.
Keep them coming.
But you're a testicular cancer survivor. You're a dad.
Yep.
Awesome sauce. And this is a way for you to raise awareness and some funds about testicular cancer. So let's kind of talk about your journey and where that has brought you to this place.
Sure. Yeah, I will talk about my journey, but hopefully just from like a bird's eye view. And you know, if people want to see more of the long form story, they can tune in to last year. But
yeah, and to that effect too, to hit your website.
Thank you. Yeah. They can go to walksfoundation.org and read all about us.
Mm-hmm.
So 2018, I complete my second marathon of the year. I then, a few days later, go into an immediate surgery for removal of a tumor. That was a testicular tumor that was stage 2. There's 3 stages of TC. What I was diagnosed with was called embryonal carcinoma. And I remember when I got a call from the specialist, he said, "Hey, Nate," and he was so cool about it. He goes, "Looks like we've got some testicle cancer and might have to refer you to some treatment." He said, "It's called embryonal carcinoma, and if it were an animal, it'd be a meaner one." And I was like, "Oh, great, got the bad one."
You've got the honey badger of testicular cancer. That's fantastic. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, he's like, there's about 2 to 3% of people that are diagnosed with TC with this strand. So anyway, we do, 6 months of chemotherapy. I lose all my hair. I become completely sick and distraught. My ego gets suffocated. My wife steps up like a freaking baller and takes care of me and bathes me in the mornings before chemo treatment. And we beat it. We beat the animal about 3.5 years ago.
Awesome.
And then what we found out following, my story and other people coming up to me in the public was like, there's a lot of guys that get diagnosed with TC. And because it's your private parts, it's very taboo for most guys to think. Mm-hmm. They think, "Oh, I can't talk about it." I remember when I got diagnosed, I'm like, "I can't share this. Like, this is embarrassing, right? I got the ball cancer."
Signs of weakness. Oh my.
Yeah. Oh, lions and tigers. Yeah. And so anyway, we just decided, that too many guys walked up and said, "Hey, Nate, my buddy's dealing with this," or, there's this guy that I grew up with. He's my best friend, and so we thought, what can we do to raise some awareness and have a good time and flip the switch? Like, make this not so taboo. Right. So in 2021, we created the LemonDrop Long Drive. LemonDrop because everything ties together. If you take a look at our logo, and I can get in the weeds and super excited about just how LemonDrop's been received, but LemonDrop because cancer patients are nauseous, and the LemonDrop has acid, right? It's acidic. So the acidity actually soothes the stomach for a cancer patient. So I'm, cancer patients, myself included, they're usually sucking on a LemonDrop. And so we thought the synergy of the lemon and the type of cancer just made sense. So LemonDrop Long Drive was formed in 2021. We had a very, very conservative goal. Get 8 guys together, well-known dudes in the community, get them to fundraise $250 each. That would be $2,500. Mm-hmm. The community showed up. We maybe had 5 or 6 handful of sponsors, the 8 guys, and we raised over $13,000.
That's incredible.
Donated
for our first time.
Yeah, for our first time, we were blown away. So we donated that to a national nonprofit that was TC-centric, and then we donated the other majority of it to both cancer patient funds in Southeast Missouri. Year 2 rolls around, we have no idea, Darren, what to do. So we're like, let's get 12 guys together. Let's elevate this a little bit. We had 26 sponsors come in. We raised over $20,000. Again, we gave it back to both cancer patient funds here in town, and then sent some to a national nonprofit. Year 3, people were like, hey, this is cool.
Right.
Why don't you guys step out on your own? You know, you've got a TC survivor. You've got others in the community that have advocated. And so we did. We stepped out. We created our own 501c3 this year, the Walks Foundation, and we're rearing up. We got a national partnership that we're excited about. Some people will know their name, and it's just been amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, like you said, you've got well-known guys in the community that are stepping up to take a part in this. You know, they got a little you know, golf confidence in there, so they're
a little vibrato going on.
Yeah. So it's a little braggers' rights. You know, there's trophies involved and all that, but they're all there for the same heart, for service and for giving. And that, at the bottom line, that's what everybody's in it to win it for.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about some of those guys that you've got on deck this year. Now, and for those of you who haven't hit the Facebook event or the Facebook page yet, I'd encourage you to get over there, like the page, of course, but you're dropping bios on some of these guys.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, if you follow the Walks with Nate Facebook page, you'll see a bio come out, 1 or 2 a day, and we'll be having Walks episodes. So we've interviewed 9 of these guys. They're going to be sharing their story. That's what Walks is for, is sharing people's stories, and so we kind of use that to also help promote the event. So while I do want to talk about the guys, don't let me forget to also talk about how I want the community to come, because there's open divisions and, like you said, prizes. We would love for the community to show up and hit the ball. But yeah, we've got 10 guys. It's amazing, Darren. I was just telling some of my board members that I am 1 doctor short from having the trifecta of doctors that saved my life participate in LemonDrop. Yeah, so I've got Dr. Galati this year. He performed the surgery, the life-saving surgery. I've got Dr. Moore. He was my oncologist, helped me get through chemo. And then Dr. Dodson, if you're listening, man, you know you're on my radar. I would love to have all 3 docs that were there for my family and I during that time. But so these community leaders, and I don't want to forget any of their names, but if you go to the website, you click on LemonDrop, you'll see everybody's story and their bio. Amazing leaders in our community that are stepping up, that are teeing up, that are fighting back against TC. But when it comes to the event, if I may, I'd love to share what we have to offer.
Yes, let's talk about it, because, like I said, you know, we're talking about these guys, and they're kind of the rock stars of the day with the contest, but it is absolutely a community event.
Yeah. So we'll have new this year. We'll have juniors divisions. So we'll have 2 juniors divisions. I'll probably get these ages wrong, but I think it's 6 to 12, and then 13 to 17. So got 2 junior divisions. It's a $50 donation to be in the long drive competition. It goes straight back to patients and their families, and we've got prizes. We've got trophies, golf centric items. So if you come out. It's not a big amount of your time, but it's a super fun time. Even if it's raining, Tea House complex where the event is held, it's covered, so you can hit the ball. We've got a new experience this year called the Purple Ball Challenge. That was brought on by our friends at Top Golf and Top Tracer. In communications with them, we have this year we have moved into taking LemonDrop national. So Top Golf reached out and said, hey, we love what you're doing. We want to bring it to all of the ranges in the U.S. and one in Canada, and we want to be able to promote TC awareness and help you in your mission and your cause. And so they created the Purple Ball Challenge, and I jumped on it. Cape Urology Associates was one of our sponsors last year. They're our exclusive ball sponsor, and they're joining this year. So whoever hits the purple ball the furthest, Cape Urology will match that monetarily.
That is outstanding. And, dude, to see it be able to pop off to a national scale, you know, at such a young, you know, a lot of times you hear that happening. It's after 10 or 12 years of grinding locally to get it to, I mean, just the fact that, you know, between the partnership with Tea House and your efforts, you know, you guys have been able to see that launch. That's going to be cool. Yeah,
it will. And I mean, unashamed shout out and thank you to all of the sponsors of LemonDrop. I mean, people supporting, you know, you have your nonprofit events. Everyone has a golf tournament, and those are exceptionally fun. I play in as many of them a year as I can, but, you know, we didn't create anything novel. We took something that was already a thing, long drive. we tied it to our cause and our mission and our heart, and the community has supported us.
And a little bit of alliteration later, and you've got the LDLD. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a blast. Of course, T-House has got the putt-putt course out there as well. That's about my level of golf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on the putt-putt, and I'm lucky if I beat my 11-year-old son. So, but it's going to be a blast for the whole family. You know, there'll be DJ live music going on. Like you said, some contests as well.
Yeah.
And local food. You know, let's talk a little about the Top Golf tie-in and how that's going to work for you. That's
Absolutely,
amazing.
yeah. We'll talk about that, and then if you'd be so kind to remind me to talk about our mission, why
Yes.
we're doing this.
Oh,
I'd love to talk about why we're so passionate about the education part for young boys and men. But so yeah, Top Golf. After our first year, they have this opportunity where they allow all of their ranges in the United States to submit their stories. And so in 2021, we're like, hey, we did this thing. We thought it might be a one-time thing. We tried to raise $2,500, and it turned into over $13,000. Thank you for your help, because your ball tracing technology was the reason that we were able to pull this off.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for your science.
Yes. Thank you for your science. So they flew the owners of T-House out to Carlsbad, California, and awarded them for our marketing efforts of the event.
That's awesome.
So it was an amazing recognition, and we're very honored. And then, you know, the next year, we end up, you know, getting to go and have that experience. And then they reach back out and they're like, hey, we think this thing has legs. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
Right?
Did Top Tracer just tell me this thing has legs? And so we jump on a call, and Darren, I kid you not, and I'll get all emotional in my feels about it, but 5 minutes into the interview, the lady that's flying here to Cape Girardeau on April 1st says, Nate, I'm in. We're doing something with LemonDrop.
cool.
So Heather Golden's going to come down here. I'll give an unashamed thank you to Brandon Haas and Courtyard by Marriott for putting her up in a hotel. So she'll come and be here April 1st at T-House. I'm going to give her the microphone and let her kind of introduce herself. And she's quite the gal from what I hear. She's been on ESPN, very well spoken. She's
She will not bore anybody there.
no,
right?
she's
That's
an
it.
incredible human, and of course we
That's
appreciate her supporting it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see where 2024 and beyond goes with this too.
Who knows, man? We're here for the ride.
You know, and as you said about the educational side of it, you alluded earlier, it is a taboo type of subject. Most guys, here's a insider secret for the ladies. When we're in the locker room, we are awkwardly hiding our junk and not talking about these kind of things. Okay, this is not. We don't have those conversations. I don't know if there's a Facebook dads group that's talking about this, but we're just don't typically. It's a male thing, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
And so that conversation, you know, you really did knock some of the taboo off of it in the conversation, and to have guys who are business leaders and community leaders to then go and you know, preach from the mountaintops.
Oh, and I can't thank those guys enough. You know, I still get nervous when I call, you know, presidents of banks and attorneys and CEOs, and I'm like, hey, would you come swing the ball for a purpose for me and let me tell you my story? And you know, I've been fortunate. It's okay. Somebody's allowed to turn me down, but nobody has yet. And so really I'll transition, if it's okay, to talk about the awareness piece. Yeah. So best way I know how to share that is, you know, I found a small little nodule on the side of my testicle. It freaked me out, as you just told your audience.
Right.
We as men ignore those things. We think, this stinks. Let me just close my eyes for 2 weeks and hope it goes away. Well, it didn't. And so as you will learn through our mission, our cause, our why, is we want to educate on monthly exams. So after a shower, guys, check yourself. Check yourself in the shower. You know, I remember once I had beat cancer and I was with my doc, seeing the specialist. I said, hey, man, how do I check my ball?
Well, yeah, like how do you juggle these things?
Yeah,
you know?
he walked me through it, you know, and so I would say that, you know, if there's anything that feels off or abnormal, then it's okay. Go get a picture of it, right?
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed. Don't wait, because that's the thing that we know about TC is that it's one of the best chances of being able to have an effective treatment. So chemotherapy is highly effective with TC if you catch it early.
Yeah.
It's the #1 diagnosed cancer for young men and boys. Why does no one know that?
And how is that? Yeah, how is that not
Public
nationally
knowledge. Yeah.
a thing?
It's
right?
not known, and again,
because you don't run PSAs about balls.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and that makes it difficult. And never assume that just because something is small that it's not significant.
Yeah,
And that's why you go have those.
100%. Mine was a pea-sized nodule that grew to 2 sizes the size of my testicle in a month and a half.
Holy cow.
So, I mean, I'm fortunate to still be here. We have other TC survivors. If I may, I'll say who our keynote speaker is this year.
Please.
So William Zickfield, him and his family own Zickfield Jewelry downtown. William was my mentor. He would text me at 2 or 3 in the morning, "Hey, Nate, I know you're sick. Are you okay?" Just checking on my mental health, checking on me as a person. I admire that guy to the ends of the earth. He's extremely funny. He's going to tie in some comedy to his testimony of how he beat it. But come and hear William on April 1st at noon.
That's going to be great. Again, it's happening on Saturday, April 1st at Tea House Golf Complex in Cape. I encourage you. You can start in several places. Find the event on Facebook. That's a real easy way for you to find more information and get that quick connection. But also hit the website, walksfoundation.org. You can start right there. And again, like we said earlier, we didn't dive into what we did last year because we got a lot to talk about. But we want you to learn about Nate, learn about the foundation. You can do that right there on the website too. And it's absolutely family friendly. We cannot say enough about it. And as you mentioned, in that education side of it, it's not just I'm 48. It's not just me. It's how old were you when
I was 28.
Yeah, 28.
Most boys and men are affected from ages 12 to 45.
Right.
When I was going through it, it was like 12 to 28, right? 12 to I think 25. It's like the window of men affected has quadrupled. So
probably because it's you and others with the same purpose are reaching a generation, my generation, that we definitely didn't talk about checking your balls in school. I mean, a big wow for me was, maybe out of college and early dad years hearing, about man exams, getting your prostate checked, those kind of things.
Right.
You'd hear that push, but you're really the first catalyst to thinking about testicular cancer that I've seen around here locally, at least, outside of, some hospital pamphlets and such.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
you're doing important work, man.
Thank you.
Just me as a dude and having had cancer in the family in one form or another, I know how it affects a family. Above all, how it affects a family. And for young guys, considering, will I be able to be a dad down the road? Those kind of things. So it's so important to make, that early education and take matters literally into your own hands,
100%.
Early on.
Yeah, and as you said it before, check your balls. One of our slogans from day one is save the balls. So
right.
If you come out, you be a part of the event, you look us up, you give us a thumbs up online, you're helping us save the balls.
Yeah, absolutely. At the very minimum, folks, just spread that word. It is just so important. And, testicular cancer, colon cancer, some of those can really be knocked out early if you find that diagnosis early. So it's just so important.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do a giveaway, too, and this will be in a separate post, but we appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching this after the fact on Facebook or if you're listening via the podcast, head over to our Facebook page, and we'll have a giveaway on this week where you can win one of the exclusive handcrafted and organically created baller hats. That's right. It says baller across the front. It's got the LemonDrop Long Drive lettering on the side. Very cool hat. We're going to give that away. Somebody will win it, and they'll be able to wear it on April 1st to come strut their stuff. Maybe people will think they're in charge or something. Yeet. But it's an awesome hat. We're going to give that away on Facebook. So hit our Facebook page, look for that post, and you'll find it easy enough. Nate, before we bail out, anything else that you want to reiterate?
I really don't. I'll say save the balls again, but thank you for having us, man.
Yeah.
We love being here, and we appreciate getting to talk to everybody and hope that everyone can make it if they can.
Yeah, absolutely. You're an awesome human, Nate. I love what you're doing. I love your mission, and I love the fact that you're here with us.
Thank you, brother.
You can find, again, the information on the website or on Facebook. It's the LemonDrop Long Drive. It's coming up Saturday, April 1st at the Tea House Complex in Cape. Easy to find, and the time runs from 11 to 5. Bring the whole family. Come out, get educated, save the balls, and we'll see you there. It's been another Humans in Tune segment. So appreciative for my guest, Nate Gautier, to be in today to talk about the LemonDrop Long Drive. You can find the details online, and you can catch the next Humans in Tune this Thursday at 10 a.m. We're going to be talking about the Between initiative that is coming up very soon. Something amazing for your tween age girls. For Nate, it's Darren. See ya.
The following is paid
Thanks for catching this Humans in Tune conversation with 93.9 Mike FM. Find previous interviews on our Facebook page, or you can listen via our podcast at 939mikefm.com.